wanted to open up a little discussion around the high school warm-up. And the first question I have for you today is, which aspects or elements constitute an effective or meaningful vocal warm-up for students in grades 9 through 12? So just take a second. If you need to jot something down. Does anyone have any thoughts they would like to share? Julia?
One thought I had was sort of a brain warm-up, kind of. So maybe you're doing something like Honor Come Day, or you're doing something that's sort of a pseudo kind of a performance to get them thinking, get their brain warmed up.
Yeah, like a hook, like an attention grabber.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I was thinking, especially with high school, you're probably dealing with a lot more reps, so I feel like the warm-ups could be a lot more rep specific than they would be in like a middle school or an elementary school.
Absolutely, literature-based warm-ups, and we will get to that at the very end. Great point. Yeah.
I think working with unifications of vowels,
Yeah.
so they all have the same one, and they know what that feels like as a collective whole.
Right, that they can sort of conceptualize it and understand it, but then also actualize it in the flow of a rehearsal. So now, how might these be similar or different from elementary and middle school choral settings? Yeah,
You might be able to argue this, I don't know if I'm correct, but especially with elementary and middle school, you're still sort of developing how to sing in a choir, and you're, especially in elementary school, you're working on trying to get students to specifically match pitch and be able to sing in like two-part harmony or whatever. And I think it's different in the aspect of high school that they've been doing this for years, and they're moving on to difficult rep, and you're starting to actually like, develop that Western choral sound. And yes, I think the difference between
Yeah, and sort of identifying the collective sound of your specific section, for sure. Yeah. Tyler?
I was thinking just like using more advanced terminology, but also just like kind of like more fine-tuning those like skills that they've been building for the past couple of years, and just kind of adding more complexities to them that you wouldn't necessarily cover with like 13-year-olds.
Exactly, we're building on foundations, we're digging deeper, and we're becoming more specific and refining. Middle school versus high school, as we said, we're building on extending fundamentals established in grades 6 through 8. So this is the meat and potatoes of this section. Like, if there's nothing else you get right now from me today, this would be it. Some might refer to this as the Asians of singing: relaxation, respiration, phonation, resonation, registration, articulation. Could you say that with me? Ready? And
Relaxation,
respiration,
phonation, resonation, registration, articulation.
Okay, so we're going to keep this in mind as we move through this high school warm-up. So would you please stand? So, relaxation. Prepare the physical body for singing through stretching and musculoskeletal alignment. There are lots of ways to do this. You can do this with jaw massage, you can do this with stretching, neck rolls, head rolls. We're going to do a little bit all of that together. So mirror me. Stretch up. On your toes, on your feet, on your toes, a little higher. Bow, ragdoll. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, empty out. Low diaphragmatic breath. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, empty out. Rise low to high. Slowly. Vertebra on top of vertebra. Great. One thing I want you to just notice, what I just did I narrate through what we were going to be doing? Did I say, okay, now we're going to stretch our head, now we're going to... No. What did I say? Mirror me. So I would encourage you to, as you're thinking about that, to be really giving powerful cues versus sticking to just like a narration, and then it gets a little muddy. Yeah? Great. What's the next step of the sequence? Does anyone remember?
Respiration.
Respiration. Great. Again, there are certain ways to do this. Dr. Shaw modeled the sizzle technique, hissing. We're going to do puffs of air, all sorts of ways to promote a remembrance of the breathing mechanism and promote breath management. Okay? So put your center of your hand in the center of your abdomen. And put your other finger out like a birthday candle. We're going to do puffs of air in a rhythmic sequence. Echo me. Phonation. So there are a lot of ways that we could go about. We could do vocal sirens. We could do calling. We're going to do some glissandi and lip trills. Repeat after me. And let's go ahead and use our arm on the vowel ah. Say that with me. Ah. Ah. Good. And ascending. Ah. Putting it together. Good. And can you go a little higher and a little lower in your range and continue to fill the space? Ready and. Good. We're going to do that on a lip trill. Pro tip, pull the mask away just a little bit while you're doing it. Ready and. Next step.
It's resonance.
Yes, resonation. So we're going to work to establish vocal resonance and unify vowels. There's a lot of ways that you can do that. Sliding, you can do chewing. We're going to do NG to ah on a 5-note descending passage. So it'll sound like this. That's NG to ah. Sing that with me. And. Your octave. So there are two things I would encourage you to do with this. First off, let's go to the vowel. Everyone repeat after me. Ah. Ah. And do exactly what I do. Ah. Ah. Oh. Oh. Ah. Ah. Oh. Oh. So wrong way. Ah. Ah. Right way. Oh. Oh. Good. So let's go ahead and add a little physical motion. So start. Ready? Sing. Nice and easy. Say it one more time.
It's
It's descending. Do you think that was an accident?
No.
Yeah, what was it? Yeah. Good. Next up. You can look down. It's okay. Registration. Excellent. So the goal here is to help singers learn to feel the difference in singing in their upper, middle, and lower registers and to navigate toward their unification. We commonly refer to these as head and chest voice, although vocal pedagogues might say cricothyroid dominant, thyroid arytenoid dominant, right?
Yeah.
For those who've taken vocal pedagogy, or it's coming. So that is kind of a important thing, and there are so many exercises that move through registration. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu, for example. We're gonna just do a quick Repeat after me on text first. Ya, 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 ya. You speak.
Ya, 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 ya.
Good, let's add movement right away. Ya, 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 ya. You speak.
Ya, 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 ya.
Good, and can we connect even on our spoken voice? Ya, 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 ya. Super legato. Ready? And.
Ya, 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 ya.
Good. So we'll do this in your arpeggio. Ya, 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 ya. You sing.
Ya, 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 ya. 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 Ya, 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 ya.
Hold the top note. Hold the top note.
Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya.
And the idea is here, with this gesture, if you sort of just allow ya, 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 that's kind of missing the point of how the movement can accentuate and bring out the voice. So what would you think is needed in order to really fully invest in this exercise? Small arm movements or? Right, ya, 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 ya. So it's R, ya, 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 ya. We're kind of missing the point. There's a disconnect there. So for the remainder, will you try really large arm circles? Here we go. Keep it connected. And quick reminder, at this point might be, what might have sort of faded at this point in the warm-up? Yes, such a good modeling. Would you do it one more time, Andrea? Can we all just do that? Yeah.
Stand like a shrimp.
Yeah, okay. Now correct singing posture. Yeah, good. Wrong way. And can you really, accentuate that, exaggerate it? Good. And correct. Good. And then what also might have happened is a sort of lack of awareness about the internal space, right? So one more time, just do the ya.
Yeah.
Ya.
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 Pause. Do you hear the difference already? Just those two things, right? And one more. Pause, no. Don't push. Feel for the resonance of the last note. Don't push. Good. Last one. Articulation! So what would you expect?
Tongue twisters.
Tongue twisters! This would be a great time to get your tongue twisters out. So there are a lot of different ones. You could just go up the scale on something like red leather, red leather, yellow, unique New York, etc. We're going to incorporate part work on ours. We're going to do diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the T. So we'll chant it first and then we'll do it on parts. So listen to me. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the T. 2, ready, speak.
Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth.
Tyler, would you read the goal for articulation really in a clear, resonant speaking voice?
To activate the mechanisms associated with the production of clean and crisp consonants.
That was wonderful and so intelligible, and the text really popped. Can we do this exercise with that attention to articulation? 1, 2, ready, and.
Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth.
Perfect. Keep it. Bass. Diction is done. Tenor. Alto. Soprano. And we're just going to actually go in block chords. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth. And.
Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth.
2 more.
Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the
Now,
teeth.
here would be a time, this is easier in a non-COVID time, I want you to just mouth the words without phonating. So, lots of lip action, but no singing. What are we not doing?
Singing.
Right. Well, 1, 2, we're ready, speak. 2, one more time. Now I can hear how much you're articulating behind the mask. Can you apply that when we sing? We'll go back down. 1, 2, we're ready. And
Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth.
clap.
Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth.
2 more.
Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth.
Exaggerate, exaggerate.
Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth.
1.
Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth.